What is up, everybody? This is Peter Hartzell. Welcome to another Bridge Builder Power Up, and I'm excited to be with you this week. Chauncey is down in New Orleans working on some stuff with his business, so I am flying solo this week. And I wanted to talk about the power of branding. And I think that if you're in business, you generally have an idea, pretty good idea of the value or the power of your branding and getting your brand, your image, your message kind of stuck in people's heads so that when they think of, whatever problem you solve in the marketplace, when they think of that problem, they think of you as a solution. So that's the ultimate goal. So like, for example, we think about what's the most convenient way to shop. Online or, not online, I would say Amazon, and then there's Walmart.com and Target.com, and then with fast food or ordering food, there's DoorDash and Uber Eats, and, there's all these different brands that solve particular problems. So when you think of that problem, you think of that brand as the solution. And I had a problem when I was growing up, and that problem was that I thought in order to be a legitimate business person that I had to do the things that other successful business owners did exactly, like follow in their footsteps exactly. And that would be the way that I would succeed. And I remember distinctly when I was probably, I don't know, junior high, I was seventh, eighth grade, something like that. And I was in my my dad's office, and he was writing a business check. He owned several businesses, and he was writing a business check. And I saw on his checkbook the Wells Fargo carriage, the picture of the Wells Fargo carriage, and something got implanted in my mind that when I'm older and I have my own business, I need to have a bank account at Wells Fargo in order to be successful, because that's what my super successful dad did was he had checks from Wells Fargo. So that was an image that kind of burned into my mind. So my problem was I wanted to not that I wanted to be in business, but I wanted to feel validated in my business. And so the way that I felt that I would receive that validation is by associating myself with brands that that I would associate with success. Not because Wells Fargo did anything for me or for my dad. It just was I happened to see or see this brand image and associate that with success. And so as I got older, when it came time for me to start looking into business banking options, personal banking options, things like that, Wells Fargo was always right at the top of my mind. Now I've banked with at all kinds of different places. I've used Wells Fargo and other banks, and the service and the experience, I would say, in some ways has maybe surpassed my expectations. In other ways, maybe not surpassed my expectations. What I did learn, though, was that the place that I do my banking, whether it's at a big bank like a Bank of America or Chase or Wells Fargo or local credit unions or whatever, that they can't validate me as a business leader, business owner because of their brand. But what they can do is they can give me the peace of mind or the confidence that they're going to take care of me, and when I have a problem, they can solve that problem for me. And the icing on the cake was my grandma passed away back in January, and we just went to this big family reunion, kind of a one last hoorah, and we were walking through the houses, and we were told, go ahead and, if there's anything in the house that you see that has some sentimental value for you, go ahead and grab it. And I walked into my grandpa's office, and I saw this sitting on his desk, and it immediately triggered this emotional response. And I realized that the reason that I had this emotional connection with Wells Fargo was because I saw the branding on my dad's desk, in his office. And likely the reason that my dad was using Wells Fargo was because his dad used Wells Fargo, and my grandpa had this sitting on his desk. And so I grabbed it, not because I have some deep emotional attachment with that bank, but because it was a reminder to me of the power of branding, the power that a good brand message can carry. I mean, I was a young person at the time. I'll use another example. I saw a video with this mom and their kid, and they were walking through the grocery store aisle, through the cereal aisle, and this person pointed out that most of the characters on the cereal boxes are looking down. If you look at like Tony the Tiger or Toucan Sam, or many of the other characters, they're all looking down. And why? Because the kid is lower, they're lower, and the kid's looking up at the cereal boxes, and the characters are looking down. They're creating a connection with the child, because who buys cereal? Well, the parents pay for the cereal, but the kids are the ones that buy the cereal. And so they're marketing to the kid. They know their audience. And so some people, and we can talk about philosophical, whether it's philosophically right or wrong or whatever. But the bottom line is there's a reason that big brands and big companies do the things that they do, because they know that when you think of a problem, they want to be the solution. When you're hungry in the morning, you want whatever cereal, tickles your fancy. I think about back in like when I was growing up, Michael Jordan eating Wheaties. It made me want to eat Wheaties, and I knew what they were doing, but it still made me want to eat Wheaties because I wanted to jump high like Michael Jordan, which I never did. I tried basketball when I was young, and it did not work out. But Chauncey, I think, was probably more of an athlete than I was growing up. But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to encourage you guys today in this, that the message that you put out and the words that you say, the imaging that you create, you may feel like you're kind of putting that out into a void space. You may feel like you're not making an impact. You may feel like people aren't hearing you. And so if your messaging or your branding is unclear, that's likely the case. If you just don't have a big audience, but you have a clear brand message, you're already way ahead of the curve. And it's so important to know your message, know what it is that you have to share, what you have to offer, what problem do you solve, and then figuring out ways that you can position your message or get your message in front of the kinds of people that are looking for a solution to that problem that you solve. And, you may be talking to someone who is young, and they may not be in a position to buy your product or service yet, but they may remember you and refer you to their parents, or when they get older, look for your service or your product when they get older. So, just my encouragement for today, if you need help with that kind of thing, that's what I do. That I help brands and people clarify their message, answer that question, why am I doing what I'm doing? So reach out to me through the Bridge Builders Network. Join the network, first of all. And I think right now we still have a deal going on where it's $20 a month. We're on discounts, normally $100 a month. But if you use the code EARLYBIRD to join the Bridge Builder Network, you get it for $20 a month. You get access to our Slack groups that are specific, industry-specific Slack groups. You get access to our mentor coaches. You get access to more content like this. You get access to discounts on products and services, business products and services, creating courses, podcasting, things like that. So definitely join the network, be a part of that. And once you get on the inside, we're here to help you navigate that stuff. So if you need help clarifying your brand message, we've got systems in place to help you with that. So clarifying your message, branding, it's all good stuff. We're here to help you build bridges, change lives. That's what Bridge Builders is all about. Thanks for joining us on this week's Power Up. We'll see you next time.